Welcome to Midcard Maniacs. I'm Jay.
And I'm John.
And today we're doing our Elimination Chamber 2021 predictions.
Yep.
So we're going to kick this off with the U.S. Championship between Bobby Lashley, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle. This is actually probably one of my most anticipated matches on the card. I love all three competitors as far as like wrestling is concerned. I think Riddle is a piece of shit as a person, but I've heard that Keith Lee might not show up because of injuries.
This match I am excited for, and like you, I can appreciate all three as wrestlers, but one of them, Riddle, I really don't like the bro gimmick anymore. I think it's outplayed itself. And because of that, he's the one I would not want to see win. I want to see Bobby Lashley walk out because I'm a big Hurt Business fan, but if Keith Lee won it, I'd be okay with that.
I think Keith Lee would be great as a U.S. champ, and I just want to see him with all the titles. Yep. So give him the U.S. title. That's who I would choose, but if he doesn't show up, then Lashley for sure.
I still think Lashley, even if he's there, Lashley's going to retain. It's funny though, because I would want to see Lashley lose just so he can go into the title picture. He should be in that title picture right now. He should be going for the WWE title, and he's not. As much as I love the Hurt Business and Bobby Lashley, they are focusing on the top prize.
Right. They're just like, we can maintain this lower mid section. This is great. No one can fuck with us. Maybe they're content there. The paychecks are probably still pretty good. Yeah. Next up, we have a match that might not even happen. It's the Raw Women's Championship between Asuka and Lacey Evans. As Lacey Evans just said that she was pregnant.
Yep, with Ric Flair's baby.
I think that is all a ruse. I think that Lacey Evans is definitely going to come out after, I think there's going to be some shenanigans, obviously.
Let's just let Lacey go feud with Charlotte and Rick. Just push that aside and let Lacey's tag partner, Peyton Royce, step in to take on Asuka.
I think that's probably what's going to happen. In which case, I can't really see Asuka losing. Yeah. I would really like Peyton Royce to win, but I think this is just going to be the beginning of that feud, which is probably one of a more anticipated feud, to be honest, because I really like Peyton Royce, and her and Asuka kind of continuing something would be great. So
this is WWE. For you. This is what's going to happen. Okay, so Lacey is going to have that title match, and Charlotte is going to come in, and you're going to be like, oh no, she's going to go help Asuka and screw Lacey, so Asuka retains. Nope. Charlotte turns, helps Lacey win the title. Lacey's got the title. They form a new partnership with Ric Flair, so then they can go for the women's tag titles, and you have Lacey 2 belts and Charlotte 1 belt, and the whole Flair family is going to be rolling in gold.
Even little baby Lacey Charlotte Flair. little LCF.
That's what I'm calling.
Well, they can't just have a pregnant woman wrestling. This isn't the Attitude Era.
You just got to watch out for Gene Snitsky. That's all.
Next up, we've got our first Elimination Chamber match, which will be King Corbin versus Kevin Owens versus Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso, and the winner will go against Roman Reigns directly for the Universal Championship, which is a pretty interesting move. So this will probably kick off the show, I would imagine. They'll do that, and then they'll set up Roman Reigns versus the winner.
This is a tough one because there's people you want to win
I know.
And people who we have to predict will win.
I predict that Daniel Bryan will win.
And I predict Cesaro will win.
He is getting the heavy push, and I'm okay with both options.
Yeah.
So long as King Corbin, I hate his guts, and I want him out. I want him out of the company, personally.
I get the hate. He is definitely the best heel out there. But I mean...
Oh, come on. Orton is the best heel out there.
No, MJF is. We already know that.
Okay,
but
we're not talking AEW here.
But Corbin plays a good bad guy. And I'm slowly appreciating him because you need a good bad guy to help elevate these good guys.
Yeah, but do I want to see him go against Roman Reigns right now?
Roman Reigns would kick his ass.
I don't want to see that. I want to see Cesaro.
So I predict Cesaro. I want to see Cesaro, but secretly I want to see Sami Zayn win. I want to see Sami Zayn finding his way into the title picture because that would be a great match.
It would be interesting. I mean, if they're going to start a build for Mania, I guess.
Especially because Sami Zayn has his conspiracy theories and everyone's trying to put him down. So then you play to the angle of you just finished the Elimination Chamber. So if I don't beat Roman tonight, it's because I was too tired and I had to beat so many other people to earn this title shot that I should have a rematch.
I guess we can kind of do the Roman Reigns prediction right now as well, is the fact that Roman's retaining regardless. Whoever goes against him, it's a comeback story in the making to build up to a Mania feud.
Yeah, because like they need to find someone who's going to bide the time before we assume Edge is going to take him on at WrestleMania. And not only do we have Elimination Chamber, but we also have Fastlane in March, which we can't forget about. Hence why I think Sami Zayn would be the best person for this, because he could use the whole conspiracy storyline to get his title shot at Fastlane against Reigns, and he just won't win it. So then it leads to Roman and Edge at Mania. It sucks, because if you put Cesaro in that picture, it's the Ricochet effect. You finally get your title shot, and now you're going nowhere.
You're just going to be shot down, and then bottom of the card for you.
Yep. And like we've already seen Owens, as much as I love Kevin Owens and would love to see him get another shot as champion, it's just now's not the time after the botch that happened at the last pay-per-view at the Royal Rumble. The thing is though, like with Daniel Bryan, you don't want him to be in there either, because then we want to see him win. And this is just a, like, you get your chance.
It's almost guaranteed that they're not going to win right away. So I don't want Daniel Bryan. Yes, I take it back. I don't want Daniel Bryan. I want that to come up and actually have an opportunity to win.
So like you're looking at Sami Zayn, King Corbin, and there's no way we're getting Jey Uso again.
No. That's why I initially thought, I'm like, oh, it would be fun, but like then you're going down that same storyline we just saw, and I wouldn't put it past them. They do this all the time, but I don't think now's the time. I think if that was going to happen, it would happen for the Mania, the Hollywood Mania, so they can build up to The Rock versus Roman, and they're going to bring back that whole tribal chief thing, which I think they intended to do for this year. That's why I think this year's all like a fucking write-off. All right, so Cesaro then.
Cesaro, or wishfully thinking Zayn.
And finally, we have the WWE Championship between Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Sheamus, and Kofi Kingston.
I'm going to throw a prediction out here.
Okay.
It's going to go one of two ways. Drew McIntyre is going to win, or Drew McIntyre is going to lose, and it's going to lead up to his WrestleMania opponent, which is Shane McMahon. Shane was the one who orchestrated this event and told like Drew to like, you got to go through this. Because originally it was just supposed to be Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. But then Shane thought it would be a better idea to make this a chamber match. So we're not getting...
I don't necessarily hate Shane for making that decision though.
I don't know. I don't necessarily like any of the competitors.
Kofi's gonna do something awesome.
Yeah, but it's...
like the match itself is gonna be great.
But I want fresh faces. That's why I like the SmackDown chamber, because it's all fresh faces.
You're right.
Like
Where's fucking Damian Priest?
He's too busy helping Bad Bunny be 24/7 champion.
Oh.
I would have been a little happier if it was like the Hurt Business or Retribution. Throw one of those guys in there. Why isn't Xavier Woods having the shot instead of Kofi? Like this whole buildup is because they're former champions. They even made a joke about John Morrison taking the Miz's spot. And they're like, well, you're not a former champion, so you can't be in there. He's like, well, I'm a former ECW champion. We don't want to see former champions. We want new faces, Raw.
You're right.
Drew McIntyre needs to win this.
I don't know. I'm kind of over Drew, to be honest. I am. I know hearts will shatter across the internet for me saying.
Well, the only replacement that I would accept on that list is AJ Styles.
Styles, yeah. Jeff Hardy, no. But it'll be fun. Like, him and Kofi are there to do fun spots. That's basically what they're there for. I think the same is probably true for AJ Styles as well.
Well, you know what's going to happen. AJ Styles is going for a phenomenal forearm, and all of a sudden, oh, RKO out of nowhere from Randy Orton. And what's that? Jeff Hardy doing a swanton bomb off the top of the cage? Oh, Kofi catches him with a missile drop kick.
No, Kofi is going to climb to the top and drop and do like a trust fall almost.
The trust fall?
Yeah. Some of these things you can kind of just like paint. It's like, yeah, we've seen similar things before. We've seen all of these wrestlers for like decades now almost.
I know.
We know what they're going to do. Drew McIntyre is like the only one who doesn't really do elimination chambers. Like how many, has he even been in a chamber match?
Yeah, I don't think.
It's going to be Orton or Drew McIntyre because that's very predictable and...
Well, Orton's probably not even going to wrestle because his pod will catch fire thanks to the Fiend.
You're right. Okay, I like it.
He needs a replacement then, so you know what would be the best? Samoa Joe just gets out of the commentary table and just kicks ass.
And then wins it.
And wins it. I want Samoa Joe for champ. Why can't we have that?
100%. Let's do it. I'm for this one.
He's the real head of the table, the real Samoan Joe.
And since we haven't seen SmackDown yet while we're making these predictions, there's going to be at least one more other match. It's going to be either the IC title, SmackDown Tag Team title, or the Women's Championship. I don't think that we're going to get the Women's Championship. I can see tags on the pre-show, but IC title on the main card between Apollo Crews and Big E. I would like to see Big E retain because he's the best.
If there is this match, Big E should retain because they're slowly turning Apollo heel, and I think it could play to the story where he's been seeking Roman Reigns for help. It would be cool to have him turn heel and like kind of find his way to be a part of the table, to be with the tribal chief, to earn his title shot, like to get his title at like Mania or something.
That's not happening. There's no fucking way Apollo Crews is headlining Mania.
Not headlining Mania, going to against Big E for the IC title at Mania.
Oh, because it's going to be on Reigns.
Yeah,
on Reigns' side.
Yeah, Reigns will help him out, or he'll get like Jey Uso to help him.
Imagine going from mid-card to the top tier. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, happened with Jinder. I feel Big E will hold it until Mania, where we're gonna get him helping out Kofi and Xavier finally end the Retribution feud in like a 3-on-3 tag match where they need a third person.
Who?
Yeah.
Who? Once again, we're not 100% on what that extra match is going to be, but chances are it's going to be one that we mentioned. I am kind of sad that there is no women's chamber match. Seems weird to like introduce it and then have it. I mean, the last one fucking sucked anyway, so.
This is something that would be good with the NXT roster.
Absolutely.
Or just the right women's roster on the main roster.
I think the NXT one would kill it.
How is it possible we are not getting Nia Jax talking about her hole at Elimination Chamber? Where's that spot?
And no like Belair? Or like at least like taunting people?
Oh, she's busy with the Street Profits going for the tag titles against the Dirty Dogs and the Alpha Academy.
Like that's probably what's gonna happen because Belair needs to show up on this pay-per-view just to like see her. You need to see her.
And Edge
I don't know if he'll show up for any reasons. There's nothing on here for him.
spears Roman at the end of the night and then points to the sign. That's how he makes his decision.
So those are our predictions. What do you guys think? Some of them are a little bit out there, but you know, you never know with WWE, and we throw out stuff that we kind of want to happen, whether or not it's actually what's going to happen. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Like this video, if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with everything Midcard Maniacs.